Hello everyone, and welcome back to One-Off Let's Plays, the series where I show off games that I wouldn't actually make a full LP out of, and today I am showing off an awesome N64 game called F-Zero X. If you are familiar with F-Zero for the Super Nintendo, which actually I believe was a launch title in the UK and things, F-Zero X makes it even better than that by adding like 3D polygonal graphics and all that, as well as running in 60 frames per second. This is probably like one of the most things that blew me away when I first played this game and things, because the N64, you know, is a console that uses cartridges and things. And most games on there and things, they were occasionally like, I don't know, 30 frames per second or something, but no, this game runs in solid 60 frames per second and stuff like that. I can't really show you it though, since my capture software doesn't allow that frames per second, unfortunately, but I'm going to put a link in the description below of it running in 60 frames per second, as it looks like pure bliss. Seriously, check it out, it's awesome. But F-Zero X, if you've played the other F-Zero games, the whole gameplay in this one is pretty much identical and things, except a lot more hectic, with stuff going on and things like that, where basically you get a whole bunch of characters to select from, but I'm going to be choosing Captain Falcon because, I mean, this is only a one-off, really. I mean, I don't want to be here for too long showing this off and things. My main objective in this one is to show you off these races and try and clear the first cup, I guess, depending on how long it takes, as this game is not blimmin' casual. Neither was the original Super Nintendo version, anyway. Because, I mean, you know, this one is just blimmin' fast, and it has an awesome soundtrack. Like, even though most of it is remixes, you know, to F-Zero for the Super Nintendo and things, they're really well done. As, you know, they're sort of like MIDI files, or, is it MIDI or MIDI or something? I don't know, it's like some sort of, like, audio compression anyway. With, like, rock guitars and things thrown in. Seriously, the soundtrack to this game is hardcore. That's all I can say, because, like, you know, the Super Nintendo things, it was intense, it was definitely intense, but this one just, wow, blows it away. The only F-Zero game that I really want to play, though, but I have never tried, and oh my goodness, I want to, as I've heard it's even better, is F-Zero GX for the GameCube, as that also runs at 6 frames per second, and it's probably one of the fastest races ever. Although at the moment, to me, F-Zero X is, because seriously, like, when you play this for yourself and things, like, I don't know, like on an old CRT or something like that, this game just, it blows you away, literally, especially like when you listen to it through headphones and things, with like all the noises going on and stuff like that. Your usual gameplay elements, though, are still present, like from F-Zero for the Super Nintendo, where every time you clear, oh, so I say you go to the, like, the second lap or so, this energy bar will build up, and you can use that energy bar to boost. But in the Super Nintendo version, you only had like one boost, so you could use that wisely. In this one, it completely fills up your energy bar, and you can use that to basically boost any time, but you've got to be careful. In other words, it involves a bit of strategy, really, because, like, you can just mash the B button like an absolute maniac and just boost away and come first all the time, but you know, the boost also counts towards your health, so you've got to make sure that you don't hit things and not use up too much of it and things like that. But still, also, I don't really bother with this because I'm actually very terrible at this game. But like, if you adjust this, you can adjust the acceleration and max speed to whatever matches the course best for you. I tend to just put it slightly above anywhere in between max speed, really, especially if it's on silence as well, because this one, oh my goodness, is a fast track, especially when you hit all those speed boosters as well. Like I was saying about the soundtrack earlier, though, this soundtrack is pretty much definitive of the 90s. You know, I mean, keyboards, rock guitars going off and things like that, with a very echoey feel, similar to, you know, like if you hear like the theme to Killer Instinct, that has a very 90s vibe to it, if you ask me, but still, this one I just find is really awesome and things. Yes, there are also replenishing bits, much like from the Super Nintendo version as well, so like if you do take hits and things, you know, obviously like replenish your health, because that way it also fills up your boost gauge and things. Well, one thing I've noticed, there's a lot more drifting in this one. You know, in the Super Nintendo version, there was no drifting at all, really. The only thing you had to do was, like, let go of the boost button, or, you know, just the accelerator, and then hold down L or R whilst turning to make sharp turns. But this one, like, I don't know exactly how you're supposed to go through tight corners and things, but what I can say is that it's a lot more difficult, but you know what, it's completely fun, that's for sure. But my god though, if I was, you know, in like the back seat of Captain Falcon's vehicle and things, and seeing how fast we're going, because I mean, it shows you it like at the bottom, doesn't it? It shows you that we're going at like over 900 kilometers an hour. Your whole face would freaking tear apart if you like opened the window or something. Good lord. I always thought that it's overkill with the speed, and I'm like, how are they still alive? How are they still able to drive safely like that? Okay, maybe not safely, because they are going pretty freaking fast, probably faster than Sonic. Yeah, look, max speed, 1,036 kilometers an hour. Jesus Christ. And yet he was still able to maintain full control, apparently. Fair enough. And also we got like 200 points. I don't know how many tracks there are. I think there's like usually 5 or so, or maybe there's more like on each of the cups and things, but still. Oh yeah, also it shows you like the grades and things. Also there's something I'd discovered. If you press L or R, you can change like the colours and things, and also like if you move around the C buttons you can tilt it around, so that's fun. Or if you want to completely cancel the animation, if you hold down all of them, I think, it just keeps it still. Why you would want to do that, I don't know, I just felt like showing it off. But I'm going to be the Blue Falcon, because it's the Blue Falcon, isn't it? I don't really want to be called the Blue Falcon, and I'm going to be in a red vehicle. That wouldn't make any sense, would it? Oh, there's another thing that I love in this game. Oh my god, it has got to be the announcer. The way he says it, and the fact that it's just so cheesy and things, you know, like, I'll turn up like the audio, like when we get to what's it called? Oh my goodness, that was not a good idea. Oops, I always get carried away on that bit. Retire, and I have like 4 people left at the top. Okay, cool. That's what happens if you get carried away and you don't stay on the track, but I just love spinning around on that bit, man. It's totally fun and things. But the announcer, like I said, on this, oh look, N64 logos, are, you know, he's just over the top of things, sort of. If you ever played a Pokemon Stadium and you've done like the battle mode and things, it's that level of excitement when it comes to like the announcer and things. It's just so much over the top, and that's also I love doing this. Look at this. This is so freaking fast, and you can't tell where you're going half the time, and that's just what makes it good. Except for death and getting carried away. Oops. Okay, I'm going to concentrate what I'm doing this time and not go crazy spinning around, even though it's so much fun and things, because that way I can actually stay in. There we go. But yeah, as I was saying, like when I get to the second lap, I'm just going to turn up the audio so that you can see what I mean, as well as when we get to the final lap, because the way he says it is just over the top, which is funny. Something me and my mates always mocked, because, I don't know, we just like doing that in video games, sometimes voice acting. You got boost power! You got boost power! Goodness me. You know, I just love it, like how when announcers in games and that, they're not just you got boost power or something like, you know, robotic. They actually show emphasis in over the top ways. It's like they're really into the game or something in that. Like I was saying, like in Pokemon Stadium where it goes, whoa, the attack missed. You know what I mean? Even when it's the final lap and things. Imagine like if he came on saying that, you know, just during like a game of Mario Kart or something. I don't know, it's just magic. Okay, I just like it. What more can I say in things? I can say though that I do like this game, but I don't know if it's like one of my favorite races of all time. I'm not too sure. I mean, because my favorite kart racer of all time is actually Crash Team Racing for the PlayStation, because that game is freaking awesome. If you haven't played that, go do it, because it was an awesome part of my childhood, that's for sure. Oh boy though. We actually got through that one this time, great, without me spinning around like mad. But honestly, I'm pretty sure like if you play this game, like, and when you do that, it's hard to not do it, because it's just such a thrill ride. Like, I suppose you could just call F-Zero X that, like, in a nutshell. In 2 words, a thrill ride. Like, sort of to levels, you know, of, like, say, Sonic Unleashed or something. Also, Devil's Forest. Oh my god, I love the BGM to this course. Goodness me, it almost sounds like the levels of Iron Maiden, if you ask me. Okay, I have no idea what they're actually saying in this track, but all I can say is it's actually probably my favourite one in the game, because I know it's just so out of place, you know. I mean, most Nintendo music and that, most of the time is all cheering things, not like Mario and stuff like that, but no. F-Zero is made by Nintendo, and to have this kind of track in it is just bizarre. I just think it sounds goddamn awesome, especially like when racing through this and things. It's close to sort of real music, if you ask me. Either that or I'm just over-analysing things, but still, goodness me though. So much fog in this, at least though the fog isn't in like the racetrack and things. I've heard like the fog in this was actually used, it's included everywhere to actually hide the fact that the sky is going through the ground or something, I don't know. It's something Nintendo did to hide it anyway, which I think is pretty clever and things like that, but still. This is the first cup though. And you may think, oh, this game looks pretty easy. Well, that's because I'm making it look easy, but honestly, I am terrible at the later cups. Plus, I'm playing on Novice as well, so it means I'm a beginner, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. The real challenge is when you do Master Race. Jesus! I can't even come first, like, on the frickin' Mute City, which is, like, the first one, and that's saying something. But still. Anyway, let's have a look. So, Captain Falcon, 400 points, and is that all of them? Nope, we got one more. The Big Blue. Oh my, yeah, I remember this one actually. This one was pretty cool. I think. Is it this one? I sure hope it is. Also, I don't know who that is talking right there. Either way, it reminds me of like the Terminator or something. But yes, even Big Blue. Oh yeah, it's this one. I love this one. The track from like F-Zero for the Super Nintendo, and that is back, remixed in a rock edition, and goodness me, like, you know, just the whole soundtrack to F-Zero X is just phenomenal. Haha, I pronounced it right this time. Oh my god, I usually have trouble pronouncing words like phenomenal. Still, anyway, that's besides the point and stuff. So I've just realised how many races there are. Jesus, 30. And yeah, I've came in like first in all of them so far, apart from getting carried away, spinning around in the tube. I bet all the other races that were kind of confused at me, you know, just there's them driving through normally, and there's Captain Falcon just going around and around and around and around, like, at like 800 kilometers an hour. Goodness me. I would say that if somebody can play this casual, wow, that's impressive. Whenever I play this game, I cannot just play this game casually sitting back. I'm always like on the edge of my seat trying to come first and things, especially like in the later cups and things. It's so intense to play, you know. This isn't like Kirby or so where you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play this, just sit back, relax. No, this is one where you gotta keep on your toes, you gotta watch what you're doing, don't screw up like that. As that's how you win in this pretty much. All I can say though is that this white bit here reminds me of like some kind of snake or something. But boy, I can imagine like when this came out in 1997, this must have looked incredible, especially given the fact that it runs in like 60 frames per second as well. Seriously, that is probably the feature that blew me away the most. Like not only, you know, the racing and the soundtrack and that, but just the frame rate of what was possible on the N64 itself, you know. I mean, because usually that sort of thing, like, is best on, like, the Dreamcast and things, but still. So can I come first? Ho ho, that was the most closest thing of all time. There we go. Finish! Indeed, I did come first, and what a thrill ride it was. I just hope that my recording frame rate can actually keep up with everything going on, because this runs blooming goddamn fast, man. I feel like I'm playing this on an arcade half the time. Still. Let's have a look. Is that all of them? Hopefully it is, because I came first in all of them so far, and that's 500 points. Nope, it isn't. Great, we got one more. We got port down. Fine. Let's just do this one then, shall we? And then end it off from there. I don't see why not. Because I'm starting to run out of things to say. This is why I wouldn't do a full LP of the series. No, once you've seen a race, that's it. You've pretty much got the whole idea of what you do in the game and things like that. There's much to gush over and things like that. Once you've gone over the basics, that's it. I mean, there's not really a plot to this game or a story or anything like that, or even a lore, you know, behind the scenes or anything. There's not much to say. It's just a fun little futuristic racer that you go through things. Also ice. Be careful with ice, that's dangerous. Oh, obviously, I don't know how I'm taking that, man. But oh my god, this is the bit where you fly like this. Oh god, there's just so many memorable like moments of the tracks, you know, where you just 1 minute you're off the track, the next you're on it again, the next there's actually one where you have to, I think it's like in one of the master races, where you actually have to race. Well, obviously you have to race. What the hell? You have to. It's hard to explain really. You have to sort of like go up this ramp or so, and steer all the way to the left to jump over this gap, only to land onto the track again. It's nuts, really. It's like, I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. I want to be careful of my speed booster though, because it looks like I'm about to die if I don't watch what I'm doing. But still, I've never actually crashed into a building though. I'm not gonna risk it though, because I mean this is a one-off, isn't it? And I want to beat the game. God damn it! Oh boy. Also, wow, I'm so stupid. I just realized something. Those signs right there are signs for healing, I think. Either that or they're just there just to show off something, or I don't know really. Still. Boy, though. Is this easier though than the Super Nintendo version? I don't know. I will say that it's easier like on the first cup and things, because I mean I'm not the best at this game in general and stuff, and like coming first in like all of them so far, so I mean it seems somewhat accessible, but you know, just like with the Super Nintendo version of things, you have to always like keep on your toes and things like that. But still, also, can I come first at the very end? Holy crap! Wow! Jesus, I've got the moments like that happen as well, you know, where you're just all the way back, and it could be like 8th or something, and when you get that boost meter like all the way to the top, you can just fly straight through everybody and into the very end, and it is satisfying as hell. That's all I can say. Just this game is fun, okay? I don't know if you could tell, but I really like this game for the amount of exaggeration that I've gone over it and things like that. Congratulations! And now they're basically going to show us like the results and things of us coming first and lap time and stuff like that. This is what happens every time you beat the game, basically, or at least you beat the cup anyway and things. You get given like this awesome presentation right here, as well as like showing you like the courses you went through and the times. And I don't know, man. It's awesome. That's all I can say. If you like this game though and you want to pick it up, you can pick it up for the original N64. I'm actually playing this on an original N64 because, I don't know, it shifts your action it. This is what it's originally for, and I want to show it off the way it was like way back in 1997. Plus, I'm a nerd and I like collecting things, but still. You can also pick this up on, let's see, if you have a Wii, you can pick this up on a Virtual Console or even a Wii U, because like the Wii U, you know, has the Wii's backwards compatibility built in, and it has Wii Shop channel on there, so you can get, basically you can get it on Virtual Console for either your Wii or your Wii U if you want it in like sort of sharper graphics, I suppose, and things. Which version do I recommend? Any of them really, just whatever's best for you, really. Also, there's Captain Falcon in the background there. I like that. Reminds me of like the explosion of Sonic colors when Eggman blows up. Thanks for playing. Indeed. Oh yeah, I forgot you have to click A or something for it to go away, don't you? But yes, you can do things like Time Attack, Death Race, which is pretty cool, but it's gone on for a bit long, this one, and you know what, I reckon I am going to call it off here for this one-off LP. I'll explain Death Race real quick, though. It's basically, you go around and around and around on this track, and you have to knock people off, and the guy who wins is the last one standing, so it's a Death Race. You kill other races, and it's a fun time. Well, there's Versus Battle, which is even better because it has up to like 4 people, and you can do, just 4-player races, like with all the computers and things. It's amazing. It's amazing. That, and I'm getting carried away. Also, oh, my bad, this came out in 1998, not 1997. Still pretty impressive, Nintendo. Anyway, yeah, this has been one of Let's Plays of F-Zero X for the N64, and also there's 2-player right there. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Pick up this game, it's awesome, and a bloody good thrill ride for like a futuristic race and things. And I'll see you lot in the next one.